the last year or so we've been doing projects, grafting workshops, pruning workshops, planting workshops, all based on the Greenway with various.
Because seeing the trees and
that's one of our projects. It's a heritage project that we're working on, and the whole idea is that there's been so many old gardens in Westport that have over the years been neglected really with urban development and different projects happening with them. So we've gone into the Bank of Ireland garden, the Comfort garden, and various private gardens around the town. Nobody knows the names of the apple trees. They all know they're an apple tree. They're an edible plant or an edible apple tree or a dessert apple tree. They don't know the names of them. So for the moment we just label them plant A, B and C of the various gardens, and we're trying to get funding to identify them. So from that basis then we'll be able to use them in other planting projects. So we'll try and keep them, because they're local and because they survived over the years, we hope they're indigenous, constant indigenous because they've been suited to our climate over the last 20, 30, 40 years. We don't know how old they are. So we took cuttings from them and we can use them in VC projects. So there'll be about 2 years time before we can plant those trees out. We've also used the same trees, we've taken some apples from them and taken the seeds from the apples and planted them down the key school. The key school is at the end of the railway line here. So there's a little partnership between the two schools. And they've actually started to seed. The seeds have actually produced the little seedlings. So hopefully in a couple of years' time we'll be able to plant those out. So that's wonderful.
Yeah, so I suppose our focus really, we have a big focus on education and training as well, and the educational side, the workshops are really educational. They're pretty practical, so you're learning about different types of trees, what you can grow in Western Ireland, what works, what doesn't work. And then you're out planting as well. So people help us plant those. There's quite a lot of work got involved in that, So young and old, a whole mix of people doing the planting. So it's really, there's a whole practical side to it. And it kind of touches on the whole area of food security, because it's like there would have been an awful lot of trees around here in the years gone by, and there's not anymore. So it's trying to get that idea back in people's minds, like growing their own food. So we're hoping that people will, learn how to plant here and then go home and plant a couple of trees. So the educational side and the training side is quite strong in the workshops. And then I suppose the other side is the community side.
Yeah, all of our projects, because we're 2 years on the go, we've taken our time to build up a relationship with not just the town council, but with the GIY group, the Tidy Towns group, the local schools and the College of Further Education. And that's our core, that's how we work, because if we don't have the relationship with all these groups, then we're all going off doing individual projects. So every time we have a planting workshop, a pruning workshop or a grafting workshop, we use those various organisations to invite them along to it and to allow the members to join, and also they advertise it for us. So we could have anything from 10 to 20 people turn up to a workshop. And we have a great relationship with them. That's the only way we can actually survive, and we've taken our time to do it. As we mentioned earlier on, there's no point in rushing into a project and then it's like, well, it's lovely to see the trees there, it's planted, who's going to look after that? That's the reason why we put those wooden surrounds as well, is that the council know not to trim or mow the lawn right up to the bark of the trees, so we're protecting the trees. And it's actually a two scheme, the World Social Scheme 2 scheme, great initiative. They're build the wooden surrounds. So that work is done in place, and when people come here to plant, they're coming to plant that carpentry as well. And one of the town digger, town council digger, digs the holes for us. So it's a whole all in one shop, and it's really good.
I suppose the last thing as well is the whole idea of into the future, we're stepping up the planting. Community Planting Day in June that the council we've got a Heritage Town Initiative funding for. So we're going to spend probably 1 or 2 days. Food security element, there's a community element, there'll be kids coming out, the whole, so it's a really big mix of groups going to come out and plant, and then that's our future, is just to keep planting.
We've planted these 10 trees here, it's done by the general public. There's more trees planted near the key school, and then there's others up by Allergan, where we planted with the TY students, and we did a 2-day workshop with them, which was fantastic, just on the whole idea of local food security. And yeah, we have some Damsons trees and apple trees planted across here. We can down to show you closer, but there's 3 apple trees that we're going to prune up against the wall, like in the Spallier fan tree. And then over, you can barely see it over there, you see there's like a willow tunnel. We did a willow workshop there. Yeah, nice. We actually had the Mooney show down Greenway. It's called the railway line. This is
The old railway line going out to the Mount Running, wasn't it?
yeah,
Westport-Achill.
It's just from the town to the harbour.
Go to the harbour.
Yeah, so look at this going with the railway line.
It's the town Greenway.
And normally you can see the rig, but it's actually part of the cloud.
Well, we have it.
Thanks very much. Great view here of the rig. So that's the Willow Tunnel over here. That's it, yeah. That's going to be lovely when it grows over.
Yeah, it'd be lovely when there's some fruit trained up alongside it, but we actually planned that as a smaller kids in the skate park don't have somewhere, so we thought it'd be a little tunnel for them to run through. But because the reef is over there, it's got really battered by the wind, so it'll take a little while.
And this is where the fruit trees are going to be trained up by the bridge.